If alcohol had never existed, then would the world's population be higher or lower? Lower, I would have thought. For much of human history, a big part of the role of alcoholic beverages was to make water potable. Alcoholic drinks self-disinfect to some degree. So watered-down beer or wine, or whatever, were far safer than most sources of water. 100% lower. It's been a disinfectant for drinking water and wounds for thousands of years. Alcohol also made a lot of liquid safe to drink. Cholera and typhoid don't grow in beer. Probably lower. There is a theory people began agriculture to increase their beer supply. So without beer, there would have been less impetus to settle down and grow grains all the time. Not sure, but there would be less ugly people. A lot lower. For a long time alcohol was all that could really be safely drunk for the average person. Follow-up question, because I didn't think of sanitation. Just alcohol that is drinkable. Up or down? I'm assuming you're referring to grain and not medical. So I'll discount the life-saving, disinfecting kind. About the same, I think. For every drunk driver who killed someone, there's a drunken tryst that produced someone. It would be a wash. Lower. Clean water was scarce early on. People regularly got sick from drinking it. The process of making beer made it potable and allowed civilization to spread. Non-existent. Our prehuman ancestors developed the ability to break down alcohol so to eat overripe and slightly fermented fruit. Without that ability, we'd be poisoned by it. That would lead to our ancestors eating less nutritious food. As an autistic introvert, I have often used alcohol as a means to lower my inhibitions and be more sociable. I think I probably would have killed myself from loneliness now if I couldn't drink on occasion. I think it beat the alternative of spending my entire time in my youth playing MMORPGs in the mid. Oh. Lower. Because beer and wine are what people drank not only in place of contaminated water, but for nutrition. They're a way of storing the calories in grain and grapes. IOW. You're thinking in anachronistic terms. Maybe if you look at a predominantly non-drinking Muslim country, then it would give you some pointers. The answer is lower. Without the brewing process, which includes boiling the water, we wouldn't have been able to settle areas, as early human waste management was throw waste into water in hopes of it floating downstream. Most just sank and made the water undrinkable. So the brewing process actually made civilization possible. That also ignores the countless pregnancies as a result of drinking, partying. Can't be answered. Pros. Less wars from drunk nobility. Wars kill lots and they would have kids who have kids, but who knows if a person is born that pushes the button to end the world. Cons. Alcohol sanitizer. Things like rum making grog for sailing. Sanitizing wounds. Things like that. Additionally, alcohol-infused nights parties made a lot of babies. So long run, probably a wash. Side note, humans like escape in all its form. We would have replaced it with something else. Probably worse. Many more people would have died from drinking tainted water before sanitation was discovered. People were literally only drinking beer and hard alcohol, or mixing hard alcohol with the tainted, nasty crud they pulled up from the river. Same river they dumped their sewage in. Probably higher. Alcohol abuse itself lowers life expectancy. Then you factor in stuff like violence, domestic violence, DUI, car crashes, and all the idiotic accidents that sounded like a good idea at the time. There would definitely be a lot less people dying, raising the population number. I think the population would be lower because inhibitions wouldn't be lowered and common sense would prevail. Plus very little STDs. I had 3 kids, then spent the next 20 years trying to drink the pain away, rolling on the floor laughing, rolling on the floor laughing. I'm trying to wrap me head around the implications of yeast not existing. And I just imagine that a lot of things would be different.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.